Wow. We have taken a turn. So, guys, what do you what do you typically do for Christmas, Shailisha?
Get sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
but not it varies honestly. Like I think my family has a new quote unquote tradition every year. Like we're gonna start this year. We're gonna start this year. Mind you, we started a tradition when I was like 12. We ain't even thought about since. So like
What was the
our tradition
tradition?
is coming up with I don't remember. Our tradition is coming up with new traditions.
That's the tradition?
That's the tradition.
Ah.
We do something for every like this year. We not even the Christmas tree is not even up yet. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday, and we're supposed to do it tomorrow. But knowing good and well, we ain't doing that tomorrow. So we're gonna stare at Christmas decorations laying across our floor and say we're gonna put them up, and then wait until the week before Christmas to put them up.
That's wonderful.
Productivity.
I guess I'll go next because there's really Christmas is this time of the year is very touchy for me. Like, I love it and I hate it at the same time. But Christmas, we don't really have like a tradition. Like our tradition is Christmas Eve. Like we have a really really big party, and we get wasted, and we stay up till 12, and then we say shout Merry Christmas, and everybody goes to sleep. We wake up the next day. Some people with hangovers, some people not. And we open our presents, and everybody goes their separate ways by about after breakfast.
That sounds pretty nice.
Yep, Merry Christmas. Like, literally, that's it. And then everybody goes their separate ways. We'll see you at church at New Year's.
We'll see you at church at New Year's.
No, that sounds, simple, easy, to the point. We all know what we're here for.
Yep, we do this. Actually, do have a tradition. Tradition is to do karaoke. That's our tradition. It's either karaoke or a Soul Train line. I hate Soul Train lines because I can't dance, and karaoke gives me anxiety, but here we are.
You said Soul Train line, and I got so excited.
I hate the Soul Train line.
Why?
I can't dance. Like, dancing gives me...
yeah.
Like, I cannot...
Oh, yeah.
I have zero rhythm. Like, did we forget? Like, I can't dance. So, like, when they're like, oh, Soul Train line, let's line up, and I'm like, I'm going to sit here and wait till it's over, and then I'm going to eat a cupcake in the corner. Like, I don't want to be a part of it.
You just got to shimmy.
I just got to shimmy, but nah, I don't shimmy anything. I will do karaoke, because, like, karaoke is real easy to be funny and be bad at karaoke. All you got to do is shout, and that's it.
To be bad at dancing, or to, like, have fun and be bad at dancing, just flow your body to some rhythm. Like,
I don't think you understand, Shailisha. Did we forget? Actually, it's funny. I have a distinct memory from when we were in the lunch line in high school, and you asked me, you can't do this, and you just put your hands on your hips and moved slightly side to side. And I couldn't do it. Like, you didn't even do anything hard. You did something that people do when they wait in line. And I was like, I can't do it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's okay. God gave us
But you know what? I must have gotten better because I was in a musical and I no one told me I was off beat.
You also went to Northern, and we're going to leave that word there.
Well, how dare you? You couldn't just let me have that?
I was going to give you another compliment. As your friend, I was supposed to be honest with you.
Nah, it's too late. I don't even want the fake compliment. How dare you?
Alright.
How dare you? You couldn't just let me have that? I was very proud of my attempts at that musical.
I didn't say you should be proud of it. I'm just saying you went to Northern.
I take such offense. Actually, I don't even know if it's okay for me to be offended because it's like I did go to Northern, and there was only 3 black people in the whole play. So
yeah, and they were. Wait, which play are we talking about?
Actually, no. There was like 4 black because it was you. It was me, Kiana. Yeah, me, Kiana.
Yeah, we were all monkeys.
I wasn't a monkey, bro. She sure did make all the black kids monkeys.
Well, at first she made all the black kids the monkeys, and then she realized when all the black kids were like, "Yo, wait a minute,"
they were like,
and they added a few white.
Wait a damn minute. What is going on here?
He's like, y'all really monkeying around right now. And then all of a sudden,
Like, this
They
shit
added a
three
white
white kids
child.
were in there, and we were like, yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, I guess
So
it's
what's
fine,
bad?
but I'm gonna monkey around, I guess.
He said she sure did make all the black people. Look. This was after I left. I was no longer there.
That
sure
musical
did.
was funny though.
It was fun.
But yeah, that's our tradition, is to karaoke and Soul Train. It's gonna be fun this year because we have babies that are like experiencing Christmas for the first time for real.
Oh,
So I'm excited, but we don't even know where we're doing Christmas this year. It could be up north, it could be anywhere. So Merry Christmas! But Kiana, what do you do for Christmas?
If I don't end up going up to my dad in New York, usually just I don't know, we just wait until I guess Christmas Eve, maybe go over to my aunt's and eat dinner and then open presents, and that's kind of where it ends.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, there we go.
First of all, this is supposed to be a very happy, jovial podcast. But so far, I've just gotten more and more sad each person.
So yeah. No, for me, that's why I just had to open it out. Like, I don't actually enjoy these holidays. It is a very kind of
Well,
a
I mean,
little
we can be
off
honest and
sad.
say that, like, when we in the text when we talked about this, I said like we can talk about how we feel about the holidays, which was going to be my next transition. So we can get happy and jovial after that, like, because we're young adults, like we have a lot ahead of us, so we can talk about things that make us happy for the future. But I was going to say, like, how do you feel about whether it be Christmas or this time of year? We all have a similar perspective on it. I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, just for me, it's like I don't really. I mean, not that I'm like a really jovial, happy person in general. I don't think I'm like mean or anything. I just pretty
You're
chill.
very blunt.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You're very dead.
Really.
It's a unique bluntness. I deeply enjoy it.
I
Dang.
I enjoy you so much. You have no idea.
Oh. Guys.
I have other things to say about Kiana, but that could be the friendship episode. We'll get there eventually. That's going to be the next episode. But continue.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think I don't really kind of get into that mood, and I don't know if I necessarily get sad. I mean, I do feel sad sometimes, but I just don't really feel anything. And so, but I think it's mostly just because I don't have a lot of family. So like, this is a time that you would usually find yourself with family, or you're supposed to be surrounded for the most part. So I don't think I ever really grew up with that. So that's why it's not like this holiday season's not really for me, or like I don't really like it as much.
That's completely. You grew up as basically an only child. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you moved away from from both sides of the family, so not that, like, it's not like I didn't go visit my dad and stuff, but even then, like, when I go visit my dad, he also is kind of a loner, and he's by himself, and he doesn't really hang with his family. So it's really just like the three of us, or I'll go see my grandmother and her family's like all in Jamaica. So it's not like I'm just not very close with my family. So this type of season's not entirely, I guess, made for me or something like that. But I kind of like, after a while you kind of get the feeling like you should have that, just like it gets advertised a lot and people talk about it a lot, so you feel like you should have it, but you don't. So
we gotta get her a family, bro.
Oh, Kiana, you about to listen here. You gotta have the best fucking Christmas one of these days. Next year, I got you.
Right. We finna have Friends Christmas. Friends. We'll have it on December 23rd.
Aw.
This shit was sweet though.
No, it's okay. Like, I know,
It's
like...
not. It's not
Oh,
okay.
right.
It's okay. It's not okay, Kiana. I swear to God.
Why are we like this? It's weird. We're so protective of her, but we're so defensive towards her.
He's like,
like we will fight you because we love you.
Basically.
All right. Well, okay. Jeez. Okay.
I
So
know.
we
Like,
think-
see, it feels bad, but it's fine.
It's not. But we'll talk about this in a second. Shailisha, you go next.
I'll go to me.
Yeah, you go next. We'll talk about everything at once.
Like I said, I'm a December baby. So, like, Christmas is my jam just because I'm a December baby. My family, I think it's the only time of year we actually get along is at Christmas. And for the most part, at least on that day specifically, we are all very nice to each other. And nobody's being mean to each other. My voice cracked. And we're just enjoying each other's company. The time of year itself, I kind of pour myself into Christmas because of depression. And to avoid that feeling of seasonal depression, I feel like I am a fucking candy cane bitch. Don't lick me though, because I'll give you a cavity. And I just
Shut the hell up. Actually, we're skipping you.
Dang.
I make it this, and I just let myself be that for the entirety of the holiday season because it makes me happy. So when I think of Christmas, I look forward to Christmas because it's like, yes, this fucking year is almost over. I'm about to turn another year older. My family's nice to each other. I'm a fucking candy cane. Bring on the joy and happiness and giving.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
I think that's the first time I've heard that much of a bring it on for Christmas. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm ready to fight you,
like,
Christmas.
That's the first time I've heard that.
I like the
So
season, like the idea of Christmas. Like,
yeah, I could see that. The idea of Christmas is pretty nice.
yeah, like my mom. Like, I think I kind of stopped believing Santa Claus was in like a jolly old fat white man when I was a kid.
Coming down your
Coming
chimney
down
like disrespectful as hell.
Because we definitely lived in the hood, the semi-hood project, and didn't have a fucking chimney. But okay, Mom said Santa Claus appears through the window. I said, okay, Mom. So
he doesn't come out fast. Gonna get through the window. The nigga breaks the windowsill every year.
They might as well just be like, yeah, Christmas. Santa knocks on the door and we just let him in.
Right.
We leave the key under the mat.
I really, honest to God, Victoria, Kiana, I really think one year my dad was like, yeah, we just wait for Santa Claus to come. And I'm like, oh. Because it was like one year I had to be like 4 or 5. I bet you my parents don't remember this, but I remember it distinctly. Just being up and walking to the living room like, yo, where's Santa? Like, not saying yo, obviously. I was like, where's Santa Claus? And my dad was like, oh, we gotta wait for him, go back to bed, because if you're awake, he won't come to the door. I remember this so distinctly. They woke up and the Christmas was bomb. Like, that was probably my favorite Christmas ever. That's why I remember it so distinctly. But,
that's funny.
They were like, oh yeah, Santa Claus, he comes through the window. But I stopped believing in that concept of Santa Claus at a young age. And my mom was teaching me that Santa Claus exists in the people. Santa Claus is the spirit of giving. He's a spirit of giving back. And that's when we started volunteering at like homeless shelters and everything during the holidays, and that's what became Christmas to me, is the idea that even people who don't get a lot of love all year long get love now. Like, they get love now. We have to give love to people who don't usually experience it. So that's what I love about Christmas. That's why I haven't asked for anything for a while. That makes sense. Why I haven't asked for like anything for Christmas in a long time, just because, like, I don't know, it's just that feeling. You know, I enjoy it. That's what I feel about the season and about Christmas. That's why my now life goal is to make Kiana have the best fucking Christmas ever.
Yup.
So you better get jolly up in this bitch, because it's time to go.
Get jolly.
Get jolly.
we about to get jolly in this hole. So that's me.
Jolly in this ho ho ho.
Haha.
I missed the opportunity. I'm upset now.
um,
Okay, yes, Victoria.
Christmas for me, this time of the year for me, I actually recorded voice messages like not too long ago, probably like 2 or 3 months ago, and of me having a mental breakdown about this time of the year. You probably don't remember it because I have a lot of mental breakdowns, but uh, I okay. This time of the year for me growing up was always very special. Like, I grew up. I have 8 siblings and 2 loving parents, and I'm very close to all my family. So this time of the year is always very very special, and I have a lot of great memories. But as I get older and I see like my sisters get married, my brothers get married, people are having kids, and which is beautiful. Marriage is beautiful, children are beautiful. I noticed that it seems like my family, although it is growing, it's getting smaller at the same time. Like I grew up, and I think it's probably because like of the way a lot of relational things worked in my life as far as my sisters getting boyfriends and my brothers getting girlfriends. I used to hate when we would have Christmas Eve and I was young. I was like 10 or 11 and my brothers would bring their girlfriends and my sister would bring her boyfriend and they would just kind of exclude me. They didn't do it on purpose. They did it because they're like, I'm loved up and I don't want to be bothered. And I don't think they realized that it hurt me a lot, which is why like every year since I was like 12, I've like wanted a boyfriend by Christmas. Like I made it like a goal of mine to have a boyfriend by Christmas so I wouldn't feel alone at my own house.
Oh God.
Hard, Victoria. Damn.
I'm sorry. And yeah, so Christmas is touchy for me. On one hand, I'm like, I love Christmas, especially like I'm a type of person like even if I don't have it, I'm going to give you something. I was joking. I don't actually have 25 cents. I probably have $10, but I know I could find a way to get my friends gifts out of that $10 versus me, holding on to it because that's what I like to do. Even if it's not Christmas, if I have money, I'm gonna give my niggas some money because we need money. That's just how it is. But like Christmas especially, I'm like, I know that this is the time of year that people, they don't necessarily expect gifts. Nobody's expecting gifts, but I want to give to people so that everybody has something. You know what I mean? Like I have people in my family, like additions to my family, my sisters-in-laws, my brother-in-laws that didn't grow up having a Washington Christmas where like we have a giant tree and a crap ton of presents and drinking and eating and party games. Like there's people who in my own family that have never experienced that, and I want to be able to add on to their Christmas by being able to bless them with something. And on the other hand, Christmas is also kind of like the saddest time of the year for me because it just reinforces that like you're alone and you've been alone for a long time, and like it got to the point where like as I said, when I started, I had like a mental breakdown, and my mom was like, "What's wrong?" Like I don't think like she didn't understand, and when I told her about it, she was like, "That's just a part of growing up." But when you grow up in such a tight family, when you grow up to the like where people that you don't even know are complimenting your family, I'm not bragging. I'm just like it's sharing an experience where people are like, "Oh, like oh God, like we love you guys." Like at my church, like oh we know you guys. You know what I mean? When you grow up so close, and then all of a sudden you can't have Christmas together, you can't hang out as much around the holidays. It gets very hard. So like I spend half my time being like, yay, Christmas, and then the other half of my time I'm like, can we just skip to it being March? Can we just skip the next 3 holidays? I can't do this. Like it's
yeah.
So
I think that's like a general feeling for a lot of people is like that feeling of sadness.
And that just like I don't want this.
And I think it comes with the family thing. Like you always end up having some sort of problem with your family. Like even if you're close, it's always like, oh boy,
right?
And
boy,
it's if like I don't know how to say this without. Okay, I'll say it like this: when you have a whole puzzle, even if there's like, and you can put the whole puzzle together, right? And from the outside looking in, you would think you have all the pieces. There can be literally the tiniest corner missing, and everyone else would be like, "Oh, it's a puzzle. It's put together," and no one would notice that the corner's not there. But all the other pieces of the puzzle know that the corner isn't there.
It's not really even worth going through the holiday if you can't be together.
It's like, bro, what's the fucking point? But yeah, that's how I feel about Christmas. I love it and I hate it at the same time. New Year's is always lit. Christmas, I can.
I feel that. My New Year's are lonely as fuck too, but like.
Yeah, I did feel that too.
Here you want to hear something else sad?
No, we're already here.
We're already here. We're gonna turn this around in a second. People, keep listening. We every year. This is about to get sad. It's not sad. It is embarrassing. I which I told Charlize about this. It helps me. I haven't done it in a while, but I write letters to my future husband. Like, I've been doing it for like 2 years because like it helps me just realize like eventually there's gonna be somebody there. You're not gonna be alone forever. And every year on New Year's, I write a letter to my husband like, "Hey, yo, I ain't get my kiss at midnight." Like, I write like a really sad letter that's like, "Huh, so you just ain't show up this year?"
Like that.
It's like, ooh, so another year and you just somehow got stuck in traffic.
Right, again.
Where have you been? Waiting up all night with eggnog.
How dare you? And yeah, that's what I have always wanted my kiss at midnight. Like, people even kiss at church. I spend every New Year's Eve in church. I'm in church till New Year's Day, right? That when the ball drops and we do the countdown, which the countdown's always 2 minutes late because the pastor gets way too into it. Everyone's like, "Happy New Year!" And I kid you not, my parents will kiss. The people in front of me will kiss. Like, I'm to the point now where I'm about to do that thing where you wrap your arms around yourself and you turn around. That's my move this year. Happy New Year! That's the move.
You kiss inside your elbow.
Yep. Happy New Year, babe. Like, so bad. But yeah, that's So every New Year's I write a letter to my future husband. And like in the last one that I did wasn't as like depressing. It was just kind of like, "Hey, LOL, look forward to seeing you next year." And I'm like, "Next year's come and gone, sis."
No, I think that's really. So do you keep them?
Yeah, I keep them. I literally
think that's
have an
really
entire.
cute, and I can't wait for you to give that to your man.
Bruh, some of them letters are petty though.
So?
Some of them letters like, "Nigga, are you rich? Because I can't keep doing this."
Right.
You got to have money.
You gotta know who he's dealing with.
Oh, we were supposed to be talking about Christmas, and then we ended up on this topic.
Weddings, yeah.
We were talking about sad Christmas. This is happy. I enjoy this.
But we're going to talk about something happy. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what we would like to do for Christmas, or like traditions we'd like to do, or just like goals for Christmas.
I don't think we had just a mini conversation like this probably a couple weeks ago. Or not even, it wasn't a full conversation. I sent a link to Christmas trap music and was like, "Yo, one day I want to have a chill ass Christmas party with this playing in the background." Like, I just jumped in. I don't even know what's happened. I apologize.
It's okay.
That's exactly the point of this.
Oh, well, I retract my apology. I'm thinking like Christmas is in the future. Like, maybe not even this year, because God only knows what's happening this year for Christmas. I don't even know. But I'd like for us to all be able to have Christmas together. Like, even just our friends. Like, yeah, we have Christmas with our families, but I'd like to have like a friends Christmas too. Like, we have, when we all live together one day, we have like a little cute little house, cute little apartment. However we managed to make that happen. A little Christmas tree. We all have something to sip on. Music, just chilling, eating food, spend time together, open gifts together. Maybe on Christmas Eve we open gifts to each other before we go see our families for Christmas.
Oh.
Just enjoy each other's company. I want something simple like that. Like, family, I love my family, don't get me wrong. I said my favorite part of Christmas is we're all nice to each other for a day. But family's exhausting. That's exhausting.
Yeah, it really is.
Like that chill moment to like, you guys are my chosen family. My family is my blood family, my given family. You guys are my chosen family, and I'd like to show you guys how much I love and care for you as well in a Christmas season too.
Shit.
That's so sweet. I would like to second that. I don't really I don't know if I would have any Christmas tradition specifically, but I would have to agree with Shy. I think that would be the closest thing that would like I'd be like, yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for that.
That's the Friendsmas.
Friendsmas.
Yeah, the Friendsmas I think would make me a little more excited.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I captain to that one. 'Cause like I captain to that. Christmas is supposed to be the fun time of year, and y'all are like Shiley said, y'all are my chosen family. Y'all aren't just, which is very like obviously blood family. Like, yeah, that's special. But like when you choose to constantly be around somebody, like you choose to be in contact with me. Which I know is going to sound, it sounds very self-deprecating, but just understand, like, y'all are people who choose to put up with me. You choose to laugh at my not funny jokes. You choose to be like, it's going to be okay, when you could very well be like, shut up, you're not funny, and you're built like a potato. And
why would anyone say that?
when I tell you, y'all have no idea what I've experienced from, quote, friends. Like,
yo.
I understand. It's alright.
Nah. What the fuck?
But regardless, y'all are people that choose to, you guys choose to love me. Like, that's important. So I definitely agree. Like, I think that I would like to have, friends. I was about to say Friendsgiving, Friends Christmas, and Friendsgiving, because I'm tired of seeing people talking about like, oh, I had Friendsgiving, we had a potluck, and we did da 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 da. I'm like, what I did for Thanksgiving? I ate 3 bites of a potato. And then I got sick afterwards because I wasn't supposed to eat potatoes. Like,
oh yeah, different activities. I had 3 glasses of wine, a shot of rum, and 2 slices of rum cake. So
she was tipsy.
It was stressful. God,
Why were you stressed from drinking? That's what's the opposite of what's supposed to happen.
Exactly, but here's the thing: I wasn't supposed to stay as long as we stayed, and I didn't bring any of my medication. And my laptop was broken, so I couldn't eat my schoolwork. And I'm like, I refuse. What do we have? So that's what happened. Not the best coping mechanism, but a coping mechanism nonetheless.
Nonetheless, yes.
It was really good wine.
Well, I mean, you gotta enjoy yourself sometimes.
Yeah, yep. I really haven't had alcohol since last year. When I
miss alcohol.
I'm so sorry, I forgot.
I miss alcohol so much.
Oh, it's okay.
I know, I can't drink through my problems anymore. I actually have to deal with them. Life is so hard for me.
I feel that was me this whole past year, and now that I've been cleared for alcohol once again, sis, I'm buying peppermint tequila, and I'm so happy. The tequila? Peppermint vodka, that's what it is.
I was like, peppermint tequila? Are we sure about that?
That sounds hot.
Yeah, I'm like, the heat.
Tequila already burned, sis. Then you're going to add peppermint to it. You're going to be able to smell everything.
Your side is going to be clear for 30 days.
Like, you'll be able to smell that nigga Santa when he comes. You can smell his diabetes when he comes down the chimney.
You smell the reindeer.
Diabetes and soot.
Diabetes and soot and milk, spoiled milk in his beard. That's what you smell.
Oh my god.
A mess. But yeah, I think that, and also like a Christmas tradition that I think I would like to start, like outside of friendships, out of like my immediate family. When I, back to the wedding thing, I think that when I get married, one tradition that's not happening, my kids aren't gonna believe in Santa Claus. I believe I deserve all the credit. If I'm buying anything, I get the credit, not some fat white dude with diabetes that eats the cookies and then leaves. Nah, I'm eating the cookies and I'm baking the cookies. Fuck him.
But alright, go for it.
But I think one tradition that I would like to see. I just had it in my head, and I can see it in my head, but I don't know how to describe it. Like, You know how like Secret Santa, but like within our house, like as like even if they're like little kids, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like
Mm.
your job is to make this for Daddy, but I'm not gonna tell him that you made it. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be very cute. Uh,
Yeah, that's sweet.
but yeah, that'd be my tradition. Secret Santa in the household. For Daddy, I'm not gonna tell him that you made it though. And this nigga's in the corner like staring at us.
Okay, first of all, you said staring at you. What I saw in my head was absolutely horrifying. Don't give it.
What's funny is that in my head, what I see is just a man like 5'11". I was about to say 5'12". Oh my god, 5'11", 6 foot, who's crouched down.
He's 5'12".
He's 5'12". He's crouched down playing with macaroni, like because we're making macaroni necklaces. He just like has a handful of macaroni. He's like, I don't want rigatoni.
And then he just eats the macaroni
He
dry.
eats the dry macaroni crunch.
Of eating pasta dry, a side note, why in these K-dramas when they want to like show somebody that don't got like nothing, they show them eating these dry ass ramen noodles.
Oh, okay.
That cannot be good for your stomach.
You know what's funny? I was just about to say I would also accept a Lee Dong Wook, a Gongyu, or the other Wook for Christmas if those are options. Light them under my tree.
Agreed.
But they sure do be eating them dry ass noodles and be like, oh, so good. And I'm like, no, it's not.
And they just pick off a piece and they'll just like chew on it as if that's like a real meal. Like what the you don't got water? You don't even have to like.
Bruh, how do you not have water? You can't even. Wait, you bought the noodles, but you couldn't afford the extra 25 cents for the water to put in them?
Maybe they couldn't. I don't know.
But the whole process, though, like you go in, you buy the noodles, and you make the food there. How did you not? How did you
and
not
they just
do
really
that?
they just be just chewing on this. I don't get, not with no seasoning or nothing.
Hey, not no seasoning, yo.
They just be ignoring the season packet and just be crunching on the dry ass noodles. I tried it once. I was literally, I couldn't even chew it. I was like, I'm not eating this.
I will say, my creative writing professor this semester is Taiwanese, and she brought in these snacks. It was just crumbled ramen and seasoning. Like literally, it was crumbled ramen and seasoning. It was so good though. I was like, yo, this tastes like childhood. I've eaten dry ramen before. So
I've also eaten dried ramen before, but never without the seasoning.
Yeah, I
like
mean, without the seasoning. I don't.
How did you eat the dry ramen?
Well, back in the day when I didn't have a mouthful of cavities and depression, I would eat that shit. Yes, it's the depression just seeps from the cavities. You crush it up in the bag, you open it, you pour the seasoning packet in it, and you shake it up. It's just kind of like eating little crushed ramen. I don't even have anything to compare it to.
It's like eating crushed ramen because that's what it is.
Shit was bomb to me. Bomb. Why we didn't have water, I don't. Looking back, I'm like, wait a minute. I made an oopsie because we had bowls and water, and we had a water machine that produces hot water, and I still chose to eat dry.
He said, I am new. I am different.
If you said like, oh yeah, I chose to eat dry like cereal or something, like to me that's I don't know, eating dry ramen is like taking a handful of dry rice.
Which, essentially, it is.
Technically. I would like to side note very hard right now.
Okay.
It's a like you could even cut this out.
Okay.
Why am I scrolling, on Reddit?
As you do.
And someone in the r/art subreddit drew Lucario, but they got titties.
How do we sum up this in a way that I won't have to edit a whole bunch? Like, obviously, everything that was just said, like, the last, 15 minutes is getting cut out. But
the holidays are a rough time, but if you surround yourself with people that are willing to uh, help you get through it. You can always find something good to remember when you look back on this holiday.
Well said. I think that was well said.
Yep. I was trying to think of a joke, and I was about to be like the night before Christmas, but I don't have a joke.
I was gonna say, believe yourself with a tiny pinch of magic, all your dreams will come true. That's just a SpongeBob reference. And it just did work.
It's okay. Kiana did a good job. She closed it out. Damn, my phone just died. She closed it out well. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, Christmas is it's here. It's on the rise. Y'all not getting shit for Christmas, but my love, because I don't have any money. I can't even send Shileisha a gift. So, Merry fucking Christmas. But yeah, Mary, if you listen to this podcast and you're like, hey, they're funny, do us a favor and share this because help.
And also, and also like it, please, if you could, and maybe subscribe, so that you can hear us more talk about
whatever we talk about.
Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
If you like that sort of thing.
And comment so we can get some, what is it called? Engagement. So other people will be like, hey, what they talking about over there? And so they can be nosy and y'all can have arguments and stuff in the comments.
Right. Are we doing this for the money? Yes. So help.
Let's be honest from the beginning, all right? We're in college.
Pull a D'Angelo Wallace and just tell you, hey, I got 10 minutes of content out of this, so bye.
Give me money.
I'm doing this money.
Well, I'm trying. Look, we just need money. Help. But
all right.
Merry Christmas.
Well. What?
Merry Christmas.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm making cookies now.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not editing tonight, but I'm finna. Yep. Merry Christmas. I'm finna play my Pokemon.